Guys, please don't come to a Chinese hospital, a busy one, by yourself unless you can read or speak Chinese, preferably both. Look how busy this place is. I mean, look at this, it's crazy. Why do I say this and why do I feel this today? This is the first time I've been to this hospital. I'm in this one, inpatient building number 3, it says up there. But I've just spent about 5 minutes looking for it and I can read Chinese. So, if you can't read Chinese, speak Chinese, don't come to the busy Chinese hospitals by yourself. Honestly, this is not an advert for myself, although I am thinking of offering these services. Guys, I'm here to get, I think what's called an ECG, an EMG. I think you guys know by now I've got a back issue, which apparently is a horrible test. I don't know if you guys have had it. In doing that test, I'll be able to find out which nerve is being compressed, and in finding out which nerve is being compressed, hopefully, I'll have a better idea of what treatment I should get. This is a major hospital. Apparently this is number 26 in the whole country of China. Department of Rehabilitation Medicine, Sichuan Hong Kong Rehabilitation Center. This is a major hospital and it has an international department. I'm going to check this out for you guys because I know so many people have messaged me talking about getting treatment in China. And as I said, I've changed my opinion on this. At first I thought anyone should come over and just get treatment or get a diagnosis. Now I think it's either you learn Chinese, 2, you have someone like me, or 3, you go to the international department where they speak English. God, don't come to a Chinese hospital if you're scared of heights. I'm standing on this side of the escalator, I'm not standing on that side. Jeez. For you guys who don't speak Chinese, who have never been to the hospital before, it must be rough. It must be rough. That's why I just suddenly got my camera out and thought I better film this because I felt really overwhelmed this morning coming here and I haven't even seen the doctor yet. In fact, I think I need to register there. I think I need to bow down over there. Guys, I'm going to put the phone down for a second while I navigate myself and work out where I am and what to do. Right, I found it, we're good. So again, Chinese, that is the Shenjin Ke. So that's the neurology department. Shenjin Ke, neurology department, basically registration. So you take your QR code and you put it there. Because I just registered at this place, I thought I'd use my Chinese name, it's easier. So, right, where am I? I'm room... In case anyone's wondering, that is my Chinese name. Wang something Chuan. For privacy, they knock out your middle character of your name. I'm next in the queue. You can see my name above me, but I've got a lot of people waiting outside the door. I've got a feeling this hospital is a little bit like the old hospitals where you get in, you've got a closed door behind you, perhaps even lock the door. Otherwise, you're going to go in with 3 or 4 people, and they're also going to be a part of your consultation. They're also going to be in there with you with the doctor. Luckily, I don't plan on taking off any clothes, but still, I like a bit of privacy. Guys, if you've been in Chinese hospitals, say 20 years ago, even 10 years ago in some places, you'll know exactly what I mean. Some places, you've got to get in, close the door behind you because there'll be people following you. The person next after you, the person probably before you, the person an hour before who just got their results, who wants to see the doctor for a second time. So it's very much a get in, close the door situation. I've just come out of the doctor's room. Guess how much she cost me? To sit, that doctor's appointment was 16 RMB, so about £1.40. Basically went in there and said, can you get me this EMG? I keep saying the wrong thing. So I said, can you just give me that? And she said, hang on, let's do this properly. And I was actually really glad of that. Really professional, really went over everything with me. My history. Some old ladies came in, she told them to get out, which I was expecting, especially with the older guys. Younger people in China, it's weird, it's the other way around in Britain. The younger people are really badly behaved. So I'm booked in, thanks to the doctor, and thanks to the recommendation, I'm booked in for an EMG, an electromyogram, I think it's called, a horrible thing where they basically send, I think, electrical impulses down your body. Horrible, but must be done. And an ultrasound. Hopefully these 2 tests will tell me and you why apparently a minor disc issue, minor for them, not minor for me, is causing so much pain in my leg. Hello, hi. Sort of like a sciatica thing. Why is it causing so much pain? So I've got those 2 tests tomorrow. What happened was I came this morning to a doctor's appointment. By the way, I came in the morning, I got a doctor's appointment immediately. Hi. Then the EMG is about 471 RMB, so about £45. And then the ultrasound is about 100, I think it was 194. So just under like sort of £18 or so. I paid for it and immediately the appointment came through via text message tomorrow afternoon. You ask for a test done and you get it the very next day. Incredible. But honestly, in some hospitals in China, you get tests the same day. I would say the difference is, and as much as I know a lot about China and I know a lot about Chinese hospitals, I'm also learning, aren't we all also going through a learning process? Right, I'm back at the hospital. You can see I've had a shave, changed my clothes. So remember guys, yesterday I started making this film, today I'm going to continue it. For those of you asking the question, as I am myself, asking why are you making yet another Chinese hospital video? Well, 2 reasons really. Reason 1, obviously I've still got this back issue, which has now turned into sciatica, or is it sciatica, or is it something different? We're trying to find out. And the second reason is why I suddenly just started filming yesterday, is because yesterday, I think, why I suddenly started filming was I thought this is the closest it's going to be for me to feel what you guys would feel coming here for the first time to hospital in China. As ever in Chinese hospitals, you sign in first, either with the nurses or the machines, and then it's a waiting game. Problem is, I've got 2 tests I need to do today, and then it'll be my turn to go in here and get the ultrasound. You can see here, it's I don't know what you call this. Other countries have this. I don't think it's the same in Britain. You probably have an allotted time, and maybe 1 or 2 people in the waiting room. A bit more private, I guess. This huge waiting room, and you know, like a sort of big sort of cattle feed going. You next, you next, you next. But maybe it is right, and maybe we can learn from China, because as I said, got my appointment, asked for the appointment see the doctor yesterday, got the appointment today, and I'll probably get the results today. How envious are British people of that? I'm British, super envious.来了，好，我就在这等着哈。So I've gone from the outside area to the inside area. There's actually 2 rooms together. You can see, although everyone can hear me, nobody can see me. There's a curtain there where the ultrasound's going on. There's a curtain here where the ultrasound's going on. Interestingly enough, I don't think I've seen anyone pregnant. So I think for pregnancy ultrasounds, I think that's in a different section of the hospital. I'm waiting by this curtain. I use my Chinese name, but now they're hearing me speak with a bit of a foreign Chinese accent or speak English. So they'll find out soon I'm a foreigner. Guys, this is a necessary test. Hopefully it's going to help in finding out what exactly is causing my leg pain. That was minor embarrassment, but when you're in pain and want to find out the result, who cares about the embarrassment? Had my trousers down, not my pants though. And then I had to turn over. So they did 2, it was 1 ultrasound, Canon made ultrasound machine, by the way. I filmed a little bit as they were on the computer, a bit naughty, but I thought it was my own privacy, so surely that's allowed. They did an ultrasound of 2 bits, basically my hip and groin area, and they think they found a problem there, or a nerve irritation there, and then they had me turn over, and on my buttocks, my bottom, they did it again, and they don't think they found anything there. I asked her about the knee, because of course that's causing me a lot of pain. I think it's coming all the way down from my thigh all the way down to my hip. She said that doesn't seem to be connected. Anyway, I'm now going upstairs for the EMG, which hopefully I haven't missed, because of course waiting for that ultrasound. Right, now I'm wandering over to my EMG. You can see the same system here, all these different EMGs, one for muscles, one for brain. You sign up, you queue up, and then you wait. Right, here I am, 87, so I've got 3 more people. I was a bit cheeky, guys, I didn't film this, but I basically, while I was waiting downstairs for that ultrasound, I came up here to sign in for this checkup, for this test. Anyway, let's wait. I've just come out of the EMG. It was horrible, but acceptable. They did way more than the EMG I've had before. They even they put like a needle in or a pin into me and then tested it.
A lot of it looked like sort of crocodile clips, if you remember from physics class, but it was really thorough, and she was super professional. There were two people, a man and a woman. They said, looks normal-ish, but I'm waiting outside for the test, so I've just finished, and they'll give me the test in the next 15 minutes, a paper version. I'll get that, and I'll get the ultrasound test, and then I'll tell you guys what can be seen. Steve, I've got my report here. It's a 4-page beast of a report. What I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to go downstairs, get the ultrasound report, which should be out of a machine. Then I'm going to look at both the reports and tell you what I've got.
EMG seems fairly normal, and the ultrasound found that the lateral femoral cutaneous nerve, so that sort of hip thigh area, there's an entrapment there, which normally is what they call, I think, neuralgia parenthesis, like a numbing of that area. I think I've got two problems. Guys, look, thank you very much for watching. I am going to see a doctor with all this information. I've seen so many. I might put in this video, or honestly, I think this is enough. We've spent 2 days filming. Maybe I'll keep that for another day. Maybe I'll put it on this. Guys, thank you very much for watching. This is hopefully entertaining, perhaps informative, but honestly for me quite tiring. Although, if you guys watch it, like it, hype the video, it really does encourage me, not just on my journey to recovery, but on filming this stuff. And hey, I may actually make some money from these videos if a lot of people watch them. I think you can be monetized and get money through YouTube. I'm spending quite a bit on all these doctor's appointments and visits, so that'd be great. But look, don't feel sorry for me. Instead, if you enjoy it, do hype the video, find it informative. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I talk a lot about my own personal story, and that's what I'm documenting. But in the process, I can't but help do a comparison between my experience of China and Britain. In Britain, things take a long time, especially once we get to specialists and tests. I'm not saying one system is right and one system is wrong, but I do think we need to learn from each other. There's been literally thousands of people have had tests in this hospital today, perhaps more than 10,000 in one day, in one hospital. It's not the Hilton, but it's incredibly efficient. And I think perhaps people in Britain, perhaps other countries, need to have a think about what they want from their medical system. If they want, that 5-star treatment, then perhaps you go private. If you want treatment where it's quick, efficient, get results done, get tests done quickly, then I think we need to learn from the Chinese system. My journey isn't over, but I do think there are some things to learn from the Chinese system. I also think there's some things to learn from the British system. Guys, that's it. Me, Toby, here in China for China Unpacked. That's a wrap. Now on the rush hour, on the metro back home. Never stops. Cheers, guys. 再见. Bye-bye.